Many of you are bringing false narratives to an end. And not just on individual levels, but, as a collective level as well. And when I say this, false narratives end when you stop adopting others' bullshit and beliefs as your own. And the thing is, the energy present is a very specific energy. And when I say if this, pertains to you, this is the part of the collective that is putting an end to, I want to call it kind of that narcissistic abuse. Those narcissistic cycles of communication, but not necessarily with another person. When I say this, because that kind of abuse and that kind of trauma, when people say your trauma makes you strong, that kind of trauma fucks you up. And it fucks your mind up in a way that is so dark that having to unlearn that shit is so hard. And right now, there is this part of the collective that is realizing the clarity and the intuition that they've always had in these situations. But those internalized voices in their head talked them out of things, discredited them, all the fucking things. And once upon a time, you thought you lost people and people left you, and you kind of even sat in this victim state of mind, right? But the thing is, when we end cycles are simply when experiences repeat themselves. And when they repeat themselves, right, more often than not, there's different characters. There's different people that are involved in you breaking this cycle. Because everybody that comes into your life comes in as a change agent, as a catalyst, as somebody to help you facilitate growth and change in your life. And many of you right now, you're realizing what you adopted as your own was actually someone else's. And right now, you have seen enough negative experiences repeat in your life that you are ready to learn your lesson. And part of that right now is I have had a lot of heavy swirly throat chakra energy the last 24 hours. You're coming into speaking your truth, but right now your truth doesn't require words. Your truth requires trust. Your truth requires you to move out of trauma brain, to no longer believe the voices of others that you adopted as yours for so long. And the thing is, for many of you, as you're breaking out of this, as you're accepting and learning your lesson, and this is really hard, you're realizing that a lot of the shit you went through is because you avoided confrontation, one. But number two, when I say you adopted shit as your own, you have realized with the clarity that you have now that nobody trashes your name harder than someone who is threatened by your truth. When you have the ability to see through bullshit and unmask people, the power of truth that you hold brings narratives crashing down. Don't interfere in what others are doing. Because the thing is, we keep talking about it. We're in a time of truth. We're in a time of balance. We're in a time of karma simply being the law of cause and effect. You reap what you sow, what you put out, you get back. The universe gives you what you are, not what you want. If people don't like that, they should have moved differently. They should have treated you differently. But the thing is, you internalized shit that wasn't yours. You allowed lies, delusions, and belief systems of others to control you, and you finally fucking had enough. Realize where your words, where your truth needs to be spoken. I want to tell you to think before you speak right now. Sometimes things are better left unsaid. Know who you are and be strong and have faith in that. I'm a firm believer in truth defends itself. Don't get caught in pissing matches right now. That's not where your energy is needed. When you see your worth, you don't have to defend it. Love you guys.